Hello, friends. Welcome to Antichess Law. I have a very special guest with me, MiladLouak. Welcome.
Welcome. How are
Um,
you?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
So those of you who don't know, and I'm sure most people do know Milad, he's one of the most famous or indeed infamous anti-chess players of the last 2 or 3 years. He's also one of the most active players. He's played over 160,000 games of anti-chess, and he absolutely loves it. So Milad, what is it about anti-chess? Why do you love it so much?
So first I started playing chess. I was playing chess, only chess. So I decided to try another variant. Because in chess, usually you have to memorize many openings, and not just that, if someone changes a move, you have to memorize the other variation, and you have to. It's so complicated. I said to myself, why not try something a bit easier? Because it is known that anti-chess is a bit easier. The captures are forced. I didn't know that back then, but when I tried it, I saw someone named Change opening. He was very strong. So I asked him if he can be my tutor, or my coach. And he gladly accepted. So he started telling me that you should stop playing the suicide defense because I was just uh, yes, 1800 playing it and all the time.
That's a very common thing. I mean, a lot of people that move in, they play that. So if you don't know what suicide defense is, E3, B5, bishop takes B5, bishop B7. It looks great. It looks like you get rid of all these pieces, but if you know what you're doing, White's going to win nearly every time. So okay, Flo, change opening. He said stop playing that, and then you got some lessons. And what did you learn from him?
Not only he said stop playing that, he told me that if you don't stop playing that, I will block you. And I told you, yes, he will block me, and that's when I felt that I should really stop playing it because I really wanted to be better. So I didn't want to be average, so I stopped it.
And you did get better because you're actually someone who's known for a lot of theory and you spend a lot of time uh, studying opening theory. So, how did that go for you? How did that
No,
sort of.
when I say better, I mean better than before. So when I say better than 3 years ago, but yeah, I understand what you mean because I was speaking to, if you know, Johnny 312 on
Hmm.
Discord. He told me that stop comparing yourself with 3 years ago. Just be better at end games and see where you lack and if someone changes a move. So yeah, that's very common in for me. If someone changes a move, I go out of prep and I lose the game, and people like make fun of me or something, or not make fun of me, but they say that let's change a move and let's confuse him, he will lose. So there is like that
So understanding,
famous.
yeah,
Yes.
understanding the openings are more important because if you just try to memorize things, you're going to run into problems. And anti-chess, it's a lot bigger than that, and it's a lot more engaging with the opening end games. So it's a huge game to learn. So it's ironic that you started playing this to make it simple apart from chess, but you found a rich depth to it and a wonderful journey that's taken you to, being a grandmaster player of the game and also just one of the most active players too. So it's great to have you in the community. But it
Thanks.
also, there's been some controversy too, because I think for a lot of the last year or so, you've actually been banned from the chat. So, although you're always there in the tournaments, if you're wondering why Milad doesn't talk to you, he's been chat banned. But why? What's actually happened with that?
So for the 1 year ago, uh, my first chat ban started. I used to insult players and be angry at my losses and just say stupid things, and I regretted it. So I appealed to the chess. They removed the chat ban real quick, but the next time I got chat banned, it was 1 month, then 2 months, then 6 months. Then I had an isolated account, like for 1 year. So I
So
had to appeal.
So it's a good lesson, I think. You know, you can love a game, but and I think a bit of trash talk is okay, but yeah, we have to be very careful about, how much you're gonna insult the opponent because maybe they don't appreciate it. So yeah, I do
Yes.
understand that.
But the last time I got isolated, it's not directly because of me. Something happened with Siddiq, if the community knows him. I'm sure they know him. An argument happened. He started provoking me, and I said, if you continue harassing me, I'll complain to the IAF. And I say, stop being obnoxious. I said stuff like that, but I didn't directly insult him. But that's not the point. The point is, I don't mind being chat banned or have an isolated account as long as I can play Olympiad, which I already played and I qualified to the quarterfinals, and LAWC, ACWC, and all these competitions. So what the chat for? I think I can focus more on the game like that.
Oh,
If
that's
you
a
get what
positive
I
to
mean.
take away from it. Don't waste time engaging with people that you don't want to, and just and enjoy the game itself. So. Yeah, but it is a lesson. Just get on with the game and enjoy it. And I know, like, any sort of community can have a bit of toxicity to it, and you hope that people can just calm down a bit and get on. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that, though. We're more here to talk about the game itself. So,
Yes.
before we get on to your games, a couple little questions. Who is like, you've played so many games, who's your favorite opponent? Who do you love playing all the time? Who
You
would
mean
you love to play
favorite, not
thousands
the
of
opponent
games?
who I played with the most, right? So it's favorite, not the one whom I played the most. It's change opening, actually.
And why is that?
Uh, it's understandable because I told you before that he is my tutor and my coach. So when I play him, I feel like he will not change a move on purpose. He will always play what I want. So you understand why I want to play with him.
So you
Yes,
can
he's
always
my
learn
favorite.
something. I see. Yeah. Okay, great. And,
Yes,
and
that's
who's
why.
and who would be your toughest opponent? Who's the one that you fear to play or you really find it difficult?
I would say I don't know. There are many, but the most one is maybe Siddiq because not he is very strong, but that's not like the cause. That's not the reason. I mean, the reason is play and he forces a change in the move. For example, when I play, he plays one e3, I play the Polish. He plays two a4. I don't know what's that called. It's not Watkins. Watkins is two bishop
Mm.
b5. But that move, it bothers me. He plays what bothers me. That's the conclusion.
Oh,
So when he plays what
maybe
bothers
it's
me, I will.
yeah, maybe it's a real psychological thing too as well. But um yeah,
Yes.
Siddiq is he's improved like enormously the last couple of years and he's a big part of the anti community as well. So yeah, I mean you can love or hate people, but you guess you still have to respect the play. Which moves us
Yes,
on
sure.
to Milad, you're going to show us a couple of very interesting games that you've played. So you've got one to start with against your idol, your tutor, and the legend change opening. So, how about you take
Yes.
us through this game and show us what you want to?
Okay, so first of all, as most of the community, if not all of them know, change opening always plays one e3. If he doesn't do it, maybe 1% of the time. So he started with one e3. And also, most of the community, if not all, knows that I play one c5 against one e3. That's my main response. So the game continued, bishop a6, and I took with the knight because when you take with the pawn, it's just not a good position for black. White will simply give the bishop, give the knight, and give everything, and here is also a good position. So it's better to take with the knight. And now b4. You have to take with the pawn because taking with the knight is mate for
Yep.
white. Yes. Now here the best move, there is no one best move. The two best moves are either d3, which change opening plate, or the Morrison attack. I think they know what I mean,
The
the
Morris attack
community.
is named after BW and Tone, of course. Yes.
Yes. But he didn't go for it. He went for d3. And here after 4d3, only three moves are acceptable or theoretically acceptable. Either you push the pawn b3, either rook b8 or queen c7. Stockfish prefers queen c7, but the problem is you have to be very accurate. If you're not accurate, you cannot play for queen c7. So we just go for rook b8 as I play. I play it most of the time, so usual stuff. Now here we can mention here that it's a Trojan queen, the black one, not the white one, because it will eventually take all the white pieces except some, except uh, knight, rook, and three pawns or something like that.
So it's interesting. It looks kind of scary from in the perspective of you've look so many pieces on the board. You're another queen, and White's going to have very few left. But as we'll see, you use that to your advantage. So show us how you've done it.
Yes. Yes, so I skipped fast because these are well-known moves. But here we have to play queen b6 because we have to attack the overprotected knight. Here, the overprotected knight, and he can't escape. So here, basically, when we attack it, there is only one thing for white to do. It's to give the king. When white gives the king, he makes room for the knight. But change opening didn't do that. So he just moved the king away. So here, of course, we have to block the bishop. Otherwise, it will become a losing bishop, loose cannon. So we
Yep.
have to
Yep.
block it. And here we have to make space for the rook or for the knight. So when the h pawn pushes of the opponent, so we can give the king or the knight. We have some ideas. Here we take with the knight, although it's an inaccuracy, but the main idea behind taking with the knight is going on h7.
Yep.
Because
H7,
when you
then
go,
G5. Yep. You need to be able
yeah,
to
then we
create the
give
space.
them.
Yes.
And here also we have to get rid of the a5 pawn, because if we don't, it will create some sort of problems, so maybe queen promo or something. queen promo with the other pawn, and we can't freely move. So we are
Pawn
kind of
takes. Yep.
paralyzed. Okay. So here we just have to get rid of the king. Although Stockfish doesn't like it much, but it's better, especially if you
Maybe
are
maybe
going.
Stockfish thinks he can play on for a win, but it's extremely hard, like as a human, like probably, yeah, very, very difficult.
Yes, yes, exactly. So that's why it's better, it's safer to just take the king
Yeah.
and yes, stop complicating things. And here is just a dead end draw. So we have two opposite color bishops. So I just gonna move forward. It's a forced drawing
Yeah,
sequence.
you can
So
tell the opposite
for
color
me,
bishops will be a draw. Yeah. Ah, it's very
yeah.
instructive though. Yeah, I mean it's crazy how you can still be confident enough in that variation with second queen and get down to that and still even if it's not a win, like I mean, depending on time, that might change the result, but yeah, a draw in that position is yeah, still quite good. All right, and you have another gun to show us as well?
Yes, maybe against Ugly Swed. Yes, against Ugly Swed.
Ugly Swede. Absolute legend of the game.
Yes, yes. So he usually starts with c4, but here I was white. So maybe let's flip the board. Yes. Okay, so he and with black c4, c5, I mean, of course,
Hmm.
the Polish opening. I mean, it's a strong choice. I respect that he plays it. So, and I enjoy playing it against him. Just like the previous game, but here Ugly Swed goes for 4 Queen c7. He doesn't like 4 Rook b8.
Yeah, he has his certain preferences with this opening, so
Main line, you have to. Here I can't explain much the moves because it's main line, but here
yeah,
we
if
can
it's
take
theory,
it.
it's theory. That's okay. Yeah.
Yes. Here the only move is knight f6 because the rook is will be a losing cannon
Yep.
otherwise. And if
Yep.
you move the
Queen takes
pawn,
h7 threat. Yep. Yep.
yes. Here there are many moves that work, but I prefer bishop d3, d2 because we have to get rid of that bishop. It's not
And
a
yeah,
good
it's
bishop.
it's a little tough to play as white as well because you got those no king, you got those connected rooks, so you do have to get rid of those cannon pieces.
Yes. So maybe rook b2 in the future, I don't know, but it depends on what black plays. Here the best move was rook b8, but he didn't see it. He played instead king d8, and here is the turning move of the game. I saw e4 after heavily analyzing the game when I lost before. He played it many times, king d8. I don't know why, maybe he doesn't realize it's losing, but I think he realizes he just waits for me to blunder. I don't know. But I blundered many times though when he played it.
So it looks
Okay,
like you
so we
play e4 here. Yep.
yes, he has to give the bishop. Otherwise, I will just give everything. And here I have to give the pawn. Same thing. Okay, so here the pawn push h4 is to protect the bishop because he will give the knight, obviously. When he gives the knight, if you don't protect the bishop, it will
Yep.
be a
Yep. That
rook
g5
versus
square.
bishop
Yep.
race, and it's not good for white. So he will do it. He did it eventually. So it's still a race, but it ends when you take the pawn. So now it's basically winning for white. So. Yes.
Very nice. It's actually crazy how often, pushing that e4 pawn just to get those bishops out the right time can create that space that you need. Um, it's funny, like I know it always depends on the position, but so many times I've had those sort of positions where you go, I don't know what to do, and oh, you bang in e4 and it looks good. You just have that sort of diagonal to really cause some issues, and you did it brilliantly there. Very well done.
Yes, because not every time I can memorize. Sometimes I have to just improvise rather than memorize because if I encounter a new line, I have to improvise actually.
So that's it. I think that's a perfect place to leave on. Improvise, don't just memorize. You've heard it from the Grandmaster MiladLouak. So thank you so much for coming on the show and showing us a couple of your favorite games.
Yes, you're welcome.
And best of luck in the future tournaments. Hopefully, you can play the world champs next year and do very well and continue your love for the game. So, thank you very much. And we'll leave it there as well for everyone else. See you next episode, everybody, and goodbye.